Pandora's Artifact, Part 3, by Slater TC1. The journey to headquarters is long and nerve-wracking. I avoided trouble up until this point, but then I turned a corner and I find myself in the commercial plaza, where violence has erupted. People are hacking away at each other with abandon. They barely look like human beings, what with the animalistic eyes and the blood clotting their faces. Worst of all is the perverted spectacle in the middle, where strung to a post are numerous body parts, reaching up to the ceiling. Around the post, kneeling, is a throng of people, strangely quiet. It's as if they are praying. The whole spectacle reminds me of a Christmas tree. I shudder and wonder how anyone could do such a thing. There's a sudden blow to my head, and before I know it, hands are dragging my body like a sack towards the human tree. I'm thrust in front of a tall man. To my surprise, he wears a checkered suit. I guessed that he was a person of importance. Correction, was of importance before all of this, at least. It also surprises me that he doesn't immediately plunge a knife into my chest. His voice, when he spoke, was leisurely. He tells me that the artifact told him I was coming. He pauses to take out a small blade and then places it at the tip of his fingernail and slowly but surely starts slicing it off. I didn't even flinch. I was in a state of shock. The man moved on to the next fingernail. "I wonder, what did it show you?" he says. I gave no answer. He looks exasperated. "I tell you, I am actually sane, unlike these rabid dogs. That's why they listen to me. I told them to make this." He gestured at the tree, and he leaned forward. "It was the visions that started it," he said. Most can only comprehend the artifact's visions in human terms. As pain, suffering, that's what drives them mad. He sliced off another fingernail. "But no. The visions are something greater," and another fingernail. "I think that they are trying to impart a message." "You're mad," I told him, and I immediately regretted it. I saw him smile. As he turned away, a lackey took up his place with a gun in hand. I expected that to be the last image I ever saw. The next thing I knew, I woke up in a bed with a doctor standing over me. It turns out that I had fainted right before a rescue team from headquarters had turned up. The doctor had many questions for me, but in the end, his only recommendation was rest. I didn't get the opportunity because that very moment a man walked in. He was a stocky figure who carried himself with authority. I quickly realized who it was: Johnson, the senior director of the colony. The others exited. Johnson first asked, rather threateningly, for the files. I handed them over, and he visibly relaxed. He commended me on doing a great service. He said that this would help us understand the artifact's mysteries once and for all. Before leaving, he added, "Tell me, after you touched the artifact, our systems show that you were out for 35 minutes. Your heartbeat stopped. For all intents and purposes, you should be dead. Did you see anything in that 35 minutes? Did it show you anything?" My mouth fell open. He sounded just like the man from earlier, at whose hands I had almost met my end. He saw my look and he hastily changed tact. "Never mind, get some sleep, and tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all of this."